A little story time for today, guys. When I was 16, 17, and I'm all in to being an entrepreneur. I was like, you know what? I want to retire my parents. I want to see them. I don't want to see them struggle anymore to pay bills or give us food. And I hated seeing that. And for me, my parents had me when they were really young, like super, super young. Not super young, but 20 years old, right? And so I'm almost like their little brother. And in that sense, they've taken care of me from when they had nothing. They had to build their life while they were taking care of a kid. And, I don't think you understand how hard that is. And I'm truly grateful that they were able to do that for me, you know? And that's the only way I want to give back. I want to retire them. I want to give them that freedom and abundance to travel the world, let go of everything, like stop caring about money. That's my whole goal. And so my story with when I was 16, 17 years old, I was so fonded with people making money online, right? And I was like, how? Like, what business model is it? What do I gotta do? And I'm not into scamming, so I'm not scamming. But I saw SMA, I saw drop shipping, I saw Amazon FBA, and yeah, at the time, like drop shipping was hot. Like that was the thing I wanted to do, and I didn't want to try that because I knew the risk, but also I was too scared to take risk. So I I had a friend at the time when we were both becoming entrepreneurs where we wanted to, and we were like, all right, let's start off with a side hustle, get some cash flow. And so we were trying to do all these things, but we never ended up taking that first step. Honestly, I'm not gonna blame myself. I'm not gonna blame him, but there's definitely friction. There's definitely a different in like urgency. I wanted it now. I think he was waiting a little bit too long, but it's whatever. And so, but I began to notice that like when I was watching the YouTube videos, when I was watching the courses, when I was watching all these different things, I took it and I was like, okay, you did good today, David. You watched that, you learned that. But I never applied what I learned. I never ever applied what I learned because I was one, I didn't have clarity. Two, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and three, I didn't know who I was, and I was lost. And so I would hop on to business model after business model onto courses, and I remember I invested $1,000 to a course, and like all my friends were like, "Yo, you're tripping!" Like da 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 da. And me personally, I feel like that was the best investment of my life. Okay, and I know I just said it's not the courses, it's you, but when it comes to taking risk, when it comes to investing in yourself, think of it from that sort of perspective, that is the number one thing you can do. Because you are your greatest stock. So, I invested into Iman Ghatzi's Educate course, right? And sold on to SMMA. Did it work for me? Heck no. I was trying for 6 months straight. Completely failed. And I hated doing it, honestly. I'll go downstairs, cold call people, and I was like, dude, like, I'm over here calling roofing businesses. I even went up to one time, like trying to offer my service, right? And it wasn't the best. And I don't know. There's so many things I was paying off. Like, dude, I was like, why do I need this? There was just so much lack of clarity and lack of like the person I needed to be, right? And until I met this guy named John Gab, he's the one that changed my life. Thanks to Iman for exposing me to John. But after that, not much I can really, say. But John changed my life. He made me understand that it's not the courses, it's not the information, it's not all those things, it's just me. It's the person I need to be, my identity, the person I see inside myself. So when I was 16, 17 years old and I realized that, man, like, I'm all talk right now. I look myself in the mirror, I'm like, you're a failure, you're a loser. And I'm operating from all these lower emotions. Like, I don't have clarity on my vision. I don't have clarity on the things I want to do. And I started to like really diss myself. I was like, bro, you're being all talk. You're over here saying you're going to do this, do that, but you haven't made a single dime. You know what I mean? And it got to me. But then again, I put so much energy on the external things, I didn't put any energy into the person I was becoming. And so I was like, okay, John told me, he was like, you need build a foundation. 5 habits he told me to do. One was meditate 10 minutes a day. Work out 10 minutes a day. study 10 minutes a day, and then fulfillment and something else. I said meditation. I said whatever it was. I know it was. I kind of forget. I think that's 5. Hold on. Meditation, fitness, studying, fulfillment, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I think it was like waking up on time. I forget. I'm sorry, but you get the idea. And those habits that he made me do, it really helped me like build a foundation of who I am, and it built trust within myself. It built discipline. It was like, man, you are doing this. I had a tracker. I was like, okay, I did my deep work. That's what it was, deep work. Deep work. I did my studying. I did my meditation. I did my fitness, and I had my fulfillment. I was enjoying time with my family. I was being present, and I changed my whole perspective. I saw myself as a winner. I saw myself as someone who's already successful. I saw myself as everything's already done. And I was operating from higher emotions, from love, from courage, from neutrality, instead of, operating from apathy, from pride, from like just fear and overall anxiousness. And it was a whole different feeling. That's the feeling is the secret. I'm pretty sure there's a book called like by that, but you gotta understand, it's all in here. Your internal world is reflected by your external world. Wait, your internal world reflects your external world. No, your external world reflects your internal world. So whatever's going on in here, it will reflect onto your external world. That's what I was trying to say. But yeah, so and so the person who was stuck, in those 6 months of just absolute misery, absolute like failure after failure, and you're in courses, you're hopping around from business model to business model, understand that it's not the business model, it's not the courses, it's not the information you're attaining every single day, it's you. Who do you need to be to make $10,000 profit per month? What habits do you need to instill? What habits and stuff do you need to take away? Like eating junk food, like scrolling on social media for 4 or 5 hours a day. But I don't know, whatever it is, And it says in the Bible all the time, kill your old self. Kill it. Become that new person and surrender your life to God. That's something too I forgot to tell you guys about. God was the number one thing that drove me to John, that drove me to becoming a better version of myself, and drove me into overall like love. God is love, and I feel so good knowing that He's always with me, and I have so much faith in His plan and all these different things. So when it came down to it, after February, that's when December, February, I was getting into it with John. Like he was talking with us, telling us to do these habits, everything like that. And then March, April, I made my first $120 online. And that made my mind believe that I can make money online. Like, dang, it's freaking possible. And I did end up going a little broke. But all that mattered was that I made money online. And I opened my mind. The open mind was like, it's possible. I made money from someone random. And that's because I did dropshipping for a little bit, which I know I said I was going to stay away from, but I ended up doing it. And was it a mistake? No. I feel like everything I've done, it helped me learn different things. So there's a bunch of stuff, a bunch of things. And the biggest thing I took away from this year that I've learned is it's all in here. It's all internal. Everything you're facing, everything that you see, it's just it's a reflection of what's going inside you. Pause. But yeah, hope y'all been doing well. Hopefully this video made sense. I'm trying to be a little more structured, but it's just tough. I always end up just start rambling. But if you made it this far, man, like I'm proud of you, man. Like it's good. I'm glad you're investing your time into watching self-improvement videos and how to make money online and stuff like that. But you gotta understand that you gotta stop watching video after video after video and giving yourself that small dopamine hit that's like, oh, I made progress today. When in reality, you haven't taken a step in 3 months. And if that's someone like you, please, if you need to reach out to me, You can comment down below. You can contact me on Instagram. All these different things. My Instagram's Day Talks. Probably not editing this, but I think you can find it on my bio. Just comment. I promise you I'll reply. But here to help you guys, like always. I wish there was someone like me out there when I was my age, 16, 17. When I'm 18, so it's not that big of a deal. But you get what I'm trying to say. Even if you're older than me, feel free, man. I'm not here to judge. Don't judge yourself for reaching out to someone younger than you. Like I was surrounded by the right people. I'm here to help you too. So, God bless everybody. Hope y'all been doing well. See you in the next one.